Well, you can guess where I am. We've just left the bar. There was about 10 other walkers there. They've just arrived in 2 more cars. There's a small mobile home parked with washing strung between trees up here. A bit disconcerting and pleasant areas. Ah well, a short walk today, about an hour and 20 minutes, just to get my legs used to walking again. I've not walked for 2 weeks, so I needed exercise. Well, there's interesting. You know, we talked about what was he going to do up here in this area where it used to be. It's where the path runs down, where they fenced it off. They're building a house. Some of the trees are now in blossom, these nice white ones, and I did actually consider going up there, but I decided walking through the undergrowth in my sore leg wouldn't help. And pretty are the flowers. There are a fair number of people walking today up here. I've just passed there's a chap walks with 2 sticks and takes his dog for a walk. When I said it was buenos dias para caminando, his answer was perfecto, perfecto. And then we've just passed another one walking on his own, and of course the group that was down in the bar or somewhere behind me, presumably walking towards Chinero, which is I'm walking up part of that path today as well. Oh my goodness, a gato. There she is. Cat. Oh, I'm not quite sure how safe it is to go near these things. I'm now approaching the bit where the Chinero path starts. And of course the other one goes up on this track on the other side. There were those 2 tracks running into the mountain I said I'd look at someday, but not today. It's an easy day as far as I'm concerned. Well, I've now reached the start of the Chinero path, and according to my little GPS map, I'm on the right path, which I assumed this was. It's wonderfully quiet up here today. Really warm. Not too warm, but extremely pleasant for walking. We'll see how it is when we've done a lot of uphill walking. On the nice part of the Chinero path before we get to the stony bit. This one, quite pleasant. Not seen many flowers yet. All the mushrooms seem to have gone. So whether it's the dry weather or not, I don't know. But the white blossom is out, as you can see all round. And these are the new small pines. Lots of them. I'm now getting towards the part on the path, the Chinero path, where it gets a bit grotty, very stony. But it's still quite easy walking, uphill of course, but the flowers make up for it. Oh, little purple ones ahead. See what they are. Oh, strange. I thought they were wild sweet peas, but I'm not sure. That's another track going off down crossing. I didn't realise this white blossom was so prevalent up here. And in fact, I've really got grotty now. There's lots of loose rock on it. So, well, forget videoing for a while. Well, I've been walking about 20 minutes now and nearly to the top. I walked about 1 hour 20 minutes, but my view GPS outdoor active map started playing up. It's now working again, but I must think about getting something else instead of that. So we're going further up now. Well, I'm about 300 metres from the top of this walk, which is I'm going to get there in less than half an hour. I may have to find some way to extend it a bit. I did say an hour and a half, and Jen added a bit more on. So 12 o'clock is my time limit. So I've got plenty of time. I'll see what it's like when we get to the top. Well, I'm now at the top of the walk. I'll have some water. Probably it won't take 25 minutes to get here. Apart from going round Montagna Negra, there's no easy way to lengthen it going that way. That way we finish up on the top. I'm going to have to have a look. Well, if I go up this way, no, if I go up to the top, I can join the path that takes me back down the steep slope next to the lava flow and back that way, which will increase the distance I travel. So we might do that then. The app is still playing up, so I don't know where that will go, but I know where I'm going. This track isn't on the map, but I'm intrigued about where it goes, so I'm going to walk up here a while and see where it goes to. I can always walk back. Well, that was a short walk. The track runs out about 100 metres on, and there's a very steep slope covered in pine needles to get to the top track, and I don't intend trying that on my own, certainly not with just one stick. So we're back to the normal track. Right, decision time. If I go left, I can hop back down. I've been walking 35 minutes now. If I go right, I'll lengthen it, go along the top and down past the gallery near the Almond Walk. I think we'll take the longer route. We should get there in time. It's always comforting to see one of them. Don't come here. But then there's a path and a track. Just means it's not the recommended walk. That's a wonderful looking piece of rock, like a small pyramid with moss on top of it. It's not, of course, but we'll go up this way. The track does go further to the left, but we'll ignore that. Carrying up here, if I keep going up, I cross the water duct in the canal that goes to the almond walk. So another 5 minutes or so uphill. So I decided I didn't want to take the left-hand fork at the last one, and again, because it just takes you back to the other path. So I'm now completely off-piste and walking across the rough ground. Unfortunately, I'm not recording this track, or maybe fortunately, I don't know. I think I've got to go up onto that edge way up there. It's now beginning to be slightly harder. I found another track. You can just about see it. It's obviously had vehicles on it, so it must go to the top road. We'll see when we get to the top of it. A bit of a physical climb. The track, I can see through the trees around there, comes round. I should cross it at the end of this avenue. We'll see. Well, here we are onto the top track. In front of us is the canal, the waterway. The actual path that they shown on the map is the other side of that gate down there. So I could cross a bit just to see if there's anywhere else to walk. But now we're on the top track, so will be easier from now on. I'm not sure whether the camera was on or the recording was on for the last clip, so I'll just repeat it. I can always get rid of one. 3/4 of an hour into the walk, halfway there, walking along the top path towards a steep drop down to the water gallery, the old water gallery. Doesn't matter whether I go down there or straight on here. Straight on here takes you back to the almond walk and finish that way. But this one, round the next corner, in front of that mountain there is a steep hill down that we go down, if I can find it. Need to look at the maps now. Right, according to the GPS and the map, round this bend to the left, then one to the right, and down the steep hill to the old water tank. I'll see that in a minute. Well, there we are. The drop down, the steep slope down, takes us down to the side of the lava field further down, then down to the bottom, and past the B area and back to the water tank. But I shan't be able to video down here. I've only got one stick and I need that for walking. Interestingly, this path's been walked quite a lot. When we walked it the first time, you couldn't see this path. It was covered with pine needles and very slippery. Now it's actually a path that people have walked, so it's become a more popular walking area. Well, here we are on the side of the lava field, still going down fairly steeply, but it's levelling out now. Interestingly, they're using this for horse riding as well. There's manure heaps about. Probably a nice place for riding a horse in this wood, as long as you don't have to go over the lava field. Well, here we are at the end of the walk down the side of the lava field, as you can see there, but this is the last little bit of this steep walk, and it is really nasty. So we will see how we go. I'll leave it monitoring my progress down this one. As you can see, but it has been walked a lot more, this path. It's now got soil on it rather than just pine needles, although the soil is pulled off a lot. But it's not bad to get down. And somebody's leaving little cairns about. Strangely, I've passed a yellow and white sign saying this was an official path, which I've never noticed before. Anyway, we're now going down this rough bit back to join the path to the back to San Jose that goes past the beehive. I had to stop just to show you these flowers. They're pretty blue flowers. Well, here we are, joining the path back to San Jose. Oh, beautiful white blossom. I'm not sure whether that's the same as that tree or whether it's almonds. I don't think it's almonds, I think it's the white one, but quite amazing. That is a beautiful tree. It really is. Oh, what? Better get on. Oh, another one at that side, look. Really getting towards spring. The flowers are coming out all over. I presume the bees are busy on these flowers. This is the track down to the beehives down there on that little road. So they've got all those flowers to go out. But there's some giant dandelions about as well. Really is getting very pretty out here now. It will get even prettier as we get into spring and more flowers come out. But it's just so nice walking. The flowers on the hills over there, lots of dandelions, giant dandelions. We've got them here. The more obvious on the slopes, and you look that way, slight Colima today, stuff of the big and little gala. But I've been walking a few minutes over an hour now, no more than half an hour back from here, so I should be back early probably. I'll be back at 1:45, maybe a bit before, which was the earliest time I told you I'd be back. Oh, it's sad that more people don't see how pretty it is. Oh, maybe people don't appreciate nature. I don't know. They much prefer to be driven everywhere. Yeah, I suppose you have to walk to see it. And this is one of the tracks that I mean to walk this year, either straight on or to the left, just to see where they go. There's a mountain there somewhere, so I'm hoping it goes round it and I can get round it that way. Well, I'm on the bottom path now. We've left the Chiniero where I went up. I'm coming down. We have been down this way before, as one can recognise by the little monuments that are put up here. I'm just walking this way to make it something different rather than walk down the wide track back to the water tower. I'm walking round the back way. I'm now off piste again. I was nearly back, and this was the bit where we had to fight our way through the undergrowth. But there is a track here, so I'm going to see if it goes round. A bit uphill now. Well, surprise, surprise, I'm deep in the undergrowth again. There isn't a track round, it runs into a mountain. This is a track through the undergrowth I'm wading my way through now. Actually, if it's bent double, you can get through. It does look as though it's being walked. So, this looks the easiest way out. Trying to avoid scraping my leg on these rough twigs. Well, I've got two ways. I can go this way or up the hill. I'm not going to walk up the hill unless I have to. It's because I have to. Well, I'm going to stop videoing and concentrate on walking. Well, I appear to have found the track again, or the path, whatever it is. So we'll continue up this for a while. It's beginning to look more like a path now. I'm through the initial thick undergrowth. This is the top of the this bit, and it goes back onto the track that drops down to the bottom. I just keep avoiding scratching my leg and see where the path goes. Kind of to a dead end. But the track seems to be over there. You know, get a stick out. Oh. I seem to be in well, that track wasn't one I should be on. It's difficult to know with these tracks. They all look so much alike. Oh, we go down this one. The water tank is in this direction. Oh, but the path is down to the right and we're going left. That's a bit sad. We go straight on down here and then turn off. Well, I'm now wandering further and further from the track down this second track I'm investigating, but it's a very pleasant walk. Now, if I turn right, that should take me back to the path. Left takes me further away, so we'll go down this way and see if this takes us back to the track. Still very pretty down there, and different to the one we normally walk on, which may be down here. Well, this is very pretty, and I think I may be on a track that takes me back to the walk that we normally do. It's going kind of in the right direction, but a completely different walk. I'm a lot further over than I would normally be, which means, oh, I can see walkers or something down there. Now, I know where I might be. Coming out towards the bottom of the almond walk, I bet. I thought they were travelling rather quickly. They look very nice. Right, this is part of the track from the almond walk. Obviously, yellow and white posts there. But I've come way round into the middle. So that's a different route. I can never remember it. I'm not tracking this, so I'll have to remember where we've been and put it on the map when I get back. Well, this is an interesting path. I thought I knew this path, but I don't. It's one I haven't walked before. It goes past the... It must be the one that we normally walk on. I just don't recognise the wall. But there's a lot of work being done by the foresters down there in planting trees, etc. I am just not sure. We will find out in a minute anyway, it's not a problem. I'm walking back towards the water tower. As long as that mountain there is on my left, I shall get there. We will be passing the new house that's being built in a minute. Well, here we are, coming up to the place where the new fence went up, and now they appear to be building some kind of structure, house, hut, garden, I don't know. But there are breeze blocks being laid, and windows and doors put in. This is where we go to, as you can see there, structure going in. Interesting. Well, that's it. Just about on 5 minutes and I shall have finished, so that's the end of my talk. Well, here we are, water tank, finish of the walk. I suppose interestingly, with the exit that I've just come on, you could walk through there onto the track that I'm going to walk later in the year to find out where it goes, and have a completely different walk from here, which would be useful to have another walk that we haven't done. So that will be later in the year. I'll walk it in the reverse direction and see where I come out. But for now, I am 5 minutes to 12, so I'm 5 minutes early as far as the day is concerned. As you can see, the washing is out, and there are lots of cars up here. That's me done for today.